Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From Cafeteria Film Studios in Little Havana, Phresh presents Bola, where we talk to various movers and hustlers who are popping off and succeeding in the 305 and at the same time influencing the culture. I'm your boy D Fig. Holla at your boy when you see me in the street. Ew. Yo, what's good? Eat good, my people. Yo, what's good, my people? How y'all doing? I hope y'all chilling. I'm hoping that I'm catching you on a good vibe and a good mood. In today's episode, we sat down with Andres Guevara. Andres is a tattoo artist and a tattoo shop owner in Allapattah, Miami. Allapattah's booming right now. It's coming up. We spoke about his journey in becoming a tattoo artist and establishing himself here in Miami, Florida, after moving from Colombia. This is a very dope, insightful talk, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, it's your boy D. Listo. We are in another episode of Que Bola. Thank you so much for everybody for listening and tuning in and basically supporting the creative culture down here in Miami, South Florida. Today's special guest is Andres Tatuando. He is a local tattoo artist who is not originally from Miami, right?
Yeah, right. That's
Where
right.
you originally from?
Colombia, Bogota, Colombia.
Bogota, Colombia.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Shout out to all the Rolos and to all the Colombians. My family's from Medellin, so that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? We have that in common. Pero tú no naciste aquí. You were born in Bogota.
I was born in Bogota.
And you were raised in Bogota.
In Bogota. I came here 6 years ago.
Oh, so recently you came?
I'm new here though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pero habías you had visited before, or you had just
First time.
Also first time.
First time, and I stay here.
So you stayed the first time you came.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how did you decide on coming over? What was it like?
It was my family. My family. Well, my brother used to live here.
Okay.
And, he was studying English, and he had an accident.
Oh.
So my family came here to take care of him because he wasn't able to walk or anything like that. So my family came here just to take care of him. So they called me and they say, hey, we are in Miami and we're gonna stay here for a little bit if you wanna come. And so I didn't have anything like mine in Colombia, you know. I had my apartment, but it was a rented apartment, you know. Like I had just nothing.
You didn't have you were raised there, but you didn't have any thing to hold you back.
Yeah, no, anything like that. My family, my close family was here.
Okay.
Yeah, my family is not a big family, so it was
So
just
you guys
my
are very
parents. Yeah, we were really close. That's why they call me and they say, hey, come here. And so I came here and I found a job in a tattoo shop.
Okay.
Before I came here, I started talking with the owner of the place. And he said, come here and you can work here. And so I came and I started working in this place.
What's the name of that shop?
Tattoo and Company.
Okay.
So I stayed there for 2 years. So
all right.
I was supposed to stay for a couple months, but I just like it and I stay here. So.
But you learned the craft of tattooing in Colombia?
Yeah.
All right, so at what age did you start? How did you fall into tattooing?
Well, it was kind of like a coincidence. I don't know. I guess it's destiny or something, bro.
Destiny. That's what's up, bro. Yeah.
Because I was studying psychology, so I was in a different
path.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing something it's not so different because I feel like sometimes in psychology you do a lot of in tattooing. I mean, you do a lot of psychology stuff there. You know? Yeah. I feel like that though, because a lot of people put so much feelings and reasons. You know, like sometimes there is a lot of or a whole story behind the tattoo. Mm-hmm. It's not just image, you know, on the on the skin. Sometimes people put a lot of their own lives in a single piece. You know, like they start talking about their lives and they start talking also about problems or sometimes tattoos are kind of like a process where you clean like a pain inside of you, you know, because you lost someone, or because you want to represent someone in your life, or a hard time in your life, like. So I feel like people express a lot of about themselves, about their lives in tattoos.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree with that. Like, tattoo, tattooing is the kind of art. I mean, it's very different because there's a lot of different types of art. Art moves you in different ways,
Yeah, exactly.
but
Yeah.
a tattoo is like a art that's gonna be a part of you. It's no longer just like you are the canvas, which that means that says a lot by itself.
Yeah,
Just the
exactly.
fact that you're saying I am the canvas is already you're speaking volumes.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of that is what I'm the artist on my own canvas.
Uh-huh.
Like I find somebody such as yourself who could do the work for me, but like I'm thinking what art I want on myself.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like you're kind of like interpreter of somebody else's
Ideas.
ideas and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you initially started doing the psychology, and then you fell into tattooing, or were you like an artist before?
So no, well, I was studying this psychology, and I used to live really close to a tattoo shop
In Bogota.
in Bogota. Before that, honestly, I didn't have any kind of like contact with tattoos or tattooing. Like I didn't know about the process. I saw people tattooing friends, with the handbook stuff,
Yeah.
like needles and
Throwback.
like the rustic,
rustic
version.
That's
I
good. That's
actually,
like
I actually, yeah, it was so good. I actually got one of those, a little one here.
Yeah.
It was a ex-girlfriend
Yeah.
letter, it was something dumb, bro. But it was little, so I could cover it, and it's not
Yeah.
there anymore. That was the only time that I saw someone doing tattoos. So when I started seeing this place, I just got curious, and I wanted to see how was the process, and I wanted to see like how they do that, how they did it. So I went to this place just to see books and talk to the people, and I found this book with like crazy images. I didn't know the artist in that moment,
Oh, do you know the artist now?
but it was Giger. Do you know
Alien? The movie?
the movie?
Yeah.
The creator of Alien.
Oh, okay.
H.G. Giger.
Yeah.
I think he's I don't know, he's German or something like that.
Okay.
Well, he's European. But he does like these crazy images like biomechanic style with a lot of schools, and it's crazy. It's really crazy. So I found this book, and I saw one of the images that I really like, and I just I got it. I asked for the price, and I made an appointment, and I was studying in the morning and working at night.
Working in the tattoo shop?
No, working in a
Just regular
yeah,
job?
in a regular job. I was working in a customer service on
Okay.
like a phone company.
Yeah.
It was
Like a call center.
yeah, a call center, bro. That
Yeah.
was fucking like
Crazy.
man, crazy, like crazy. Like so stressful, man.
Yeah.
Too much. But that was the only job I could get because I didn't have an experience or anything. So I started working. That was my first job, official job.
Yeah.
I had other jobs, but they were
wasn't
like
official,
like anything official. So I didn't have enough time to get like a whole session,
Yeah.
session. So I was doing like 2-hour session, 1-hour session per day.
But you were just doing it for yourself.
Oh no, he was the guy was doing it to me.
Yeah, he was doing it to you.
Yeah,
This
but-
is like you hadn't even decided. Had you decided that you wanted to be a tattoo
So
artist?
so I started getting the tattoo, and I became friend of the artist and
Okay.
also the piercer from the shop. So we started like hanging out, like a lot. I lost my job, so my job was helping me to pay the school.
Yeah.
So when I lost the job, I didn't have money to keep paying the school. I had to stop for like 6 months and start looking for a new job. My friend was opening a new tattoo shop, so he said like, "Hey, come work with me, and I need an assistant, someone like to clean the place, to talk to the people, like doing the setup,
Customer service.
yeah." So I started working with him as an assistant, and it was when I started like learning drawing, because I used to draw, but basic stuff, anything professional. Yeah, like circles and lines,
simple stuff.
Yeah, that's super simple though. When I start working in that place is when I really start like discovering what was tattooing, like tattooing is not just about the needles and the skin. It's also all behind the tattoo is drawing, because
what you mean drawing?
Drawing, I mean like the actual design and labor, like the process of doing and designing something
prior to the tattoo.
Yeah, before the tattoo, because what I mean is tattooing is just it's just a process. It's just a technique. It's like painting with markers or it's just a tool. But what makes tattooing like what it really is, I think is drawing.
The drawing before
the drawing before, because without that, you will become, if you don't draw your own tattoos, you will become just like a copy machine,
A copy machine.
Yeah, because you are just watching stuff and doing the technique, like you are not creating anything. You are just translating stuff, When tattoo artists know I feel like the fundamental of tattooing, I think, is drawing. It's drawing, though. Yeah, that's the most important thing in tattooing.
So you learned the process being his assistant in Bogota in the tattoo shop?
In the tattoo shop.
Is that tattoo shop still around in Bogota?
They are open. I still talk to them.
What's the name of the tattoo shop?
Enigma Tattoo.
Enigma Tattoos in Bogota. Shout out Enigma.
Enigma Tattoo. The guy who was like my teacher, who told me his name is Omar. Okay. Gracia, yeah. Well, we're still talking. We're still friends.
Yeah.
He comes sometimes to Miami.
Yeah.
Now he got in trouble with his visa, so he can't come here anymore.
Yeah.
So now he's going just to Europe, but he's a good artist, bro. He's an amazing artist.
So, how long before? So you lost your job, you got into the business as an assistant, just like customer service, cleaning up the shop, keeping the books, type of shit.
Yeah.
How long before you started into actually, okay, I'm gonna...
2 years, bro.
2 years?
2 years.
Of just customer service stuff?
Yeah. 2 years of learning drawing, because I wasn't good drawing,
Okay.
So I had to learn drawing, and I started like just drawing every day. And in Colombia, like if you wanna study something, you have to pay a lot, and then and I didn't have the money to.
There's a lot of layers. There's a lot of barriers.
So I did like summer camp of drawing.
Okay.
So I did that. I learned a lot from that. From that summer camp, we did like a little group.
Okay.
Like a separate group where we were meeting like in somebody's house with a model, and so we were painting. And so I think that part of that process was like really make me feel like that I wanted to do it. Just discovering on me or in me, like in myself, that I had that attraction to it,
Okay.
and also that I could do it.
So you learned that you could learn how to draw, and you're attracted to drawing.
I was attractive to just the experience of creating something,
Yeah, I mean,
because
I understand what you're saying.
Like drawing. I love drawing, though. That process of drawing and translate something that I was seeing in paper, and every time was coming out better, the first time you always suck, bro. Like,
I mean, you start off sucking.
Bro. Even tattooing, my first tattoos were so bad, bro. Like, so bad.
Shout out to the people who let you use them as guinea pigs.
Yeah, they know. They already know, for sure.
I mean, everything is a process. Nobody starts off as a master.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish there was a button where I could just boom, hit the button, and I'm a master.
But that process, bro, is what I think is the value of that.
Yeah.
if you find the value on the process, I think you're gonna like the results. Like
Yeah.
So it was crazy. It was a crazy time in my life because my family was, of course, against that. Like my parents were Christians, like
Yeah.
they're like really radical,
Christians.
religious.
Yeah, in Colombia, Christianity and Catholicism runs very strong.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
And tattooing was like, what? Like, what are you tattooing? Like,
Yeah, they consider that like devil stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like, cosa de
like
Satanás. Yeah.
like you're gonna like take people to hell doing that, like
You're gonna take people to
damn, bro.
That's crazy, man. Like, first you have to fight. First you have to explain that you left psychology school.
Yeah.
And then you have to explain that you left to go do this.
And I was halfway, bro. I was like,
you're almost halfway
Colombia
done.
is like for 6 semesters.
Yeah.
And I did probably like 6 of them.
Oh, so you're almost there.
There was 10.
Okay.
10 was the limit, and I did 6.
Yeah.
So I was like more than halfway, almost like halfway.
Yeah, more than halfway done with a degree.
But I didn't want it to go back because I think I felt like I was doing whatever they want me to do, but I wasn't doing what it really was inside. Like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, you wanted to be expressive,
me,
creative.
Yeah, but I didn't know before I started doing it, though. I didn't know I could do it before I started doing it. But I took the risk. I took the risk of doing it without knowing if I was supposed to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I started working with my friend on tattooing, I got in love of everything, like the process, like the style of life too. It's an easy life.
The lifestyle.
Like I mean, a lot of people. You control your time. You don't have to deal with crazy boss. Like
the life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's all on you. If you wanna grow, it depends on you. If you wanna be good, it depends on you. Like
yeah.
So I feel like that was something that I was really attractive to.
So the 2 years go by and you learn how to draw well enough. Más o menos well enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like really, it's not like I'm
in 2 years you don't become a master.
No.
But well enough that you feel confidence that okay, now I'm gonna try to do this. On people's skin. It's gonna be forever.
Yeah, in that process, I tattooed 2 people. 3 people.
In the process
friends.
of learning.
Yeah, friends of mine.
That they just let you, like, whatever.
Yeah, they were like, no, it's okay, you can fix it later.
Yeah, you can fix it later.
They knew, though. They knew. Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay. So then, how did the process go from, like, okay, you're a student to now you're a tattoo artist?
After probably, first months, I guess, I started, like, liking it more and more and getting more involved in
the lifestyle.
The lifestyle of tattooing. That's why I decided like stay there. I didn't want to go back to school. My family, of course, they didn't like it, so I have to leave my house.
Oh, you had to move out.
Yeah, because I had 2 siblings, my brother and my sister. They were really little. So, I was there like...
a rebel.
Like...
a bad influence.
A bad influence. Yeah, exactly. That was my mom say. Exactly. Exactly.
You're a bad influence on the kids.
So I was like, my mom say, like, like, you want to keep doing this, you have to leave, man, because I don't want your brother or sister, like, seeing that... Like, they hated it. Now they are so fine with that.
Yeah.
My mom got tattoos, Yeah, my brother.
Life changes. That's the thing.
But at the beginning it was crazy. Like the first probably 4 years was like, okay, I was just focused on that, and I really wanted to do it. And when they saw that I was serious about it, and it wasn't something that I picked just because I was a rebel,
Yeah.
They saw that I was serious about it. They started getting like more like chill about that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really crazy. The first 3 or 4 years was really bad.
Un terremoto. It was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
So with your first commission job, like inside of the studio, how did that come about? Who did somebody tap you on your shoulder and say, "You're ready now," or did you say to yourself, "I'm ready now"?
It was. I actually remember the day. It was December 26th.
Damn. Okay, so you do remember.
Because he was
Day after
it was
Christmas.
day after Christmas, and my friend gave me my first machine
Okay.
and my first tattoo supply.
Okay.
That day, okay, he gave me that and he said, "Bro, I think you're ready.
So he tapped you and said, "You're
You
ready."
have to start," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So that day, the first person
That walked in.
the first person who showed up, he wanted to get like an anchor.
A what? An anchor.
An anchor. Un ancla. Yeah. I did the drawing. The drawing was nice. Like clean, and it was
Beautiful.
it was just the anchor, like little one. So I put the stencil and I started tattooing. I was so nervous, and I was like messing lines, and every time I was doing something wrong, I was trying to fix it, and it got worse.
Yeah.
No, bro. I was like, fuck, what I'm doing here, and I was trying just to fix whatever I was doing bad, and it didn't come out nice at all, bro. That was so bad. And then I just finished, I was like, I think this is done because
I think this is done.
I can't go more, And the guy looked at it on the mirror, and he was like, okay, how much it is? He didn't say thank you. He didn't say I like it. He didn't say anything. He just paid me and he left.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, fuck, bro. No, what I'm doing here? What the fuck? That came out so bad, bro.
Oh, damn, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, but that's an experience,
Yeah.
It's like it's something. You have to go through that.
Yeah, after that, I was like, that these things helped me because I was like, okay, no, next time I have to do it well, like.
Yeah.
So, like, kind of like build my confidence a little bit, like, but I was like frustrated, like crazy, bro. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that happens, bro. First time that you try to tattoo and it's like you're thinking one thing and it turns out being another thing. It's like basically with anything creative,
Yeah, exactly.
The first time you throw yourself out there, you're like laying yourself bare.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's gonna come of this? Something good, something bad. You're faced with adversity. You could have said, "No, fuck this. This isn't for me."
Yeah, bro.
But you decided to double down.
It can destroy you, or
It could destroy you, or it can build
just
you up.
Build you up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So like you decide, okay, I'm gonna let this build me up, and you kept on tattooing.
Yeah, I think the first year was the hardest because the first tattoos always. They always had something that I didn't like. I think I still sometimes I feel like I'm trying to build whatever I wanna do, like a style, or also getting better on drawing,
Every day to this day.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, but I think you're a master now, man. Your tattoos are gorgeous, bro.
Thank you.
No, seriously, this shit is like I saw them and I was like, damn, this shit is fire.
Thank you.
It's
That's
fuego,
cool.
but it's good to know that you started off, fucking people up.
Yeah. Now I don't do it so often.
Yeah.
Still, but not as often as at the beginning,
So then you started working in the shop and you stayed working in the shop and then you came over here?
So I stayed working there for like 4 years.
Okay.
And then I moved to another shop.
Okay.
I moved to another shop for like 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last year I stayed in
Colombia. And then that's when the opportunity to come to Miami presented itself. You started working here at a tattoo company.
Yeah.
And you stayed there for a while.
I stayed there for like 2 years almost.
Okay. And right now, where are you at?
Well, when I left tattoo and company, I went to. I had a friend from Colombia as well. Mm-hmm. He was working like in a private place.
Okay.
So it was not an official shop. It wasn't open. It was open to the public, but it wasn't actually like
advertised or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. So he was the only one working there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just call him and say, hey, bro, like, I'm looking for a place to work with. So I didn't have a lot of customers here, I was new and I knew people, but not like a lot.
Yeah.
I told him like, hey, I just wanna work for some time, and I'm gonna bring my customers. Like I knew that he didn't have like walk-ins or anything like that. So I started just working with my customers.
Yeah.
That I didn't have enough, like a lot. So I was working. Like before I went there, I was working almost like, I don't know, like every day. I had probably at least one tattoo per day in tattoo and company. I was working. I was doing well there. But when I left, I started working like once or twice a week.
Oh, okay.
There was less work, and so it was also another time that I was like, okay, it was like starting again, like
starting from scratch.
From scratch, bro. Yeah. So my friends say, okay, I'm leaving. He was leaving to Portland. So he wanted to go there, and with his family, they wanted to change.
Oh, like leaving forever?
Like leaving forever, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you meant like, I'm leaving for a vacation or something like
No,
that?
it was for, like, they wanted to move there.
Yeah.
And he said, like, do you want to get, like, take care of the place and stay here, like, we can make a deal. And I was like, yeah, I like the idea. I didn't have money, to do it, but I was like, okay, let me see. And, I started like asking people and trying to see if I could get the money. A lot of things happened because my friend started, like, he wanted to sell the shop, and he got a lot of people trying to get the shop. While I was looking for the money, So a lot of people like say, okay, I'll buy it. And one day I was like, okay, just sell it, bro, because I don't have the money, But at the end of the day, I got the shop, like, I don't know how it happened, bro, because a lot of people had the money, a lot of people were there, and nobody did it. So, like, they got problems with with the loan, or somebody wanted to buy the shop but they got sick or something, so they couldn't buy the shop. And I already had the money, and my brother was like, okay, let's do something together. So with my brother we start like okay, let's open a shop.
Okay.
Even though it's not the same one, but we already have the money, so let's do it.
Yeah, either this one or another one. But
we're gonna do something. And then my friends say, okay, like, nobody bought it, so if you wanna do it.
Yeah.
And I had the money. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So that day I just did like a little contract, and we bought the shop.
That's what's up, man. Congrats.
That was 2 years ago, and yeah, we have been working on that shop for 2 years.
And the name of the shop?
Rosa Negra.
Rosa Negra.
Rosa Negra.
Where's it located?
Allapattah.
Okay.
It's 34th Street and 7th Avenue.
All right.
It's like 5 minutes from Wynwood.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
It's an area that is growing too. Yeah. There is a lot of galleries now. It's Las Rosas. Have you been in Las Rosas? Yeah, Las Rosas is just like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, and Joe Radio's right there.
Joe Radio is right there. Yeah,
I have a third Thursday of every month I have a show.
Oh, really? Yeah, I know them. I know John.
So, yeah, John's cool people.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out John and Joe
Colombian,
Radio.
Bro.
Yeah.
He's actually from Medellin, I think, right?
Medellin also?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No?
Look at that.
Yeah, bro.
John stays quiet, though.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't be letting you know.
God,
he's very really quiet in the back.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
See? This world is too little, bro.
Yeah, it's a small world, doc. So you set up shop in Allapattah. Damn, you got blessed with that shop.
Yeah.
With Rosa Negra.
Yeah, bro. Now the place is growing. We are just 4 artists at the shop. We are trying to do like different styles and different styles from Miami.
Yeah.
Now, Miami, or what I saw when I got here is that in Miami there was a lot of black and gray and traditional tattoos. But that's it. You know, there was not like a lot of styles in tattooing, and some people was trying to do stuff, but there was not like a lot of influences on tattooing. You know, like tattooing was just the black and gray or traditional.
Well, what affects that? Is that the artist or is that the person wanting a tattoo in that tradition? Like, do you suggest to a person try to get it like this? Because if they come in their head, I want a black and gray line or something.
Yeah, I think it depends on the artist
Okay.
because people, like usually people don't know about the styles on tattooing. They know there is tattoos that they can get, and some of them already, like a lot of people now, like they know a lot of about tattoos and they allow the styles and stuff. But some people don't know about that. Some people just want to get a tattoo, and they don't care if it's black. They say black and gray, but there is a lot of like styles in black and gray, or type or like ways to do it. Like
A lot of nuances.
or people that some artists do more realistic stuff, or some people do like more like cartoonish kind of looking tattoos, or that we call like new school, or like there is now there is so many styles, like so many, but some people don't know that, and they just go and, hey, I want to get cross, I want to get a scorpion.
Yeah. They just say like the things, but they don't say in what style I
But
want it.
yeah, so when you ask that, like sometimes I ask them like, hey, like how you want it? Like you want it realistic? You want it like, and they are like, okay, I don't know. So that's why I always ask for reference, because people usually look on the internet or somewhere for pictures that they feel that they like that because the way it looks.
So it's in their head. They already have it in their head, but you have to try to get it out of their head to see what they're thinking about how it's gonna be.
Exactly. I think that's the main process. Like trying to get that idea from them, like
Out of their head.
Yeah, like okay, let me see what you've seen. Like so they always show whatever they saw, and based on that, I know what kind of style they want.
Okay. Damn, that's what's up, dude. Now, oftentimes I see people have a very big affinity, están enamorados with their tattoo shop. I don't have any tattoos, so I'm coming from a place where like I'm 36, I've never had tattoos in my life. I might have a tattoo some point.
Damn, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
you're waiting too long, man.
I've waited too long. Well, the thing is, I've just never really had something that I've wanted to like have forever type of situation, because I approach it in that way. But I'm sure different people.
Can get like Bola.
Maybe I'll get a Phresh. Fact, I'll get that shit. You see, like that's my shit. Yeah, like but like so as I approach it, I come from it like a novice. Like yo no entiendo. I don't understand why people have such an affinity to their shops. Can you explain that? Like what that is? What is that? ¿De dónde sale eso? That like
I got some people that they told me, like, yeah, some of them told me different stuff, but I think what is in common on them is that they just feel comfortable, they just feel welcome, or confident with me, or whoever is in the shop. A lot of people who goes to the shop, they say that they feel really well at the shop. But I think also it's because when we built the shop, when we painted, and when we were like trying to set up the shop, I was in my mind, I always had the idea of making people feel warm and like comfy and like chill,
like a house,
at the shop. So base it like from I think that's the first step, for people to feel fine, to feel comfortable in a place. And the first step for me is how it looks, the place, and how it makes you feel when you get there. Because sometimes you go inside of a place and probably it's too bright, and some people don't like bright lights, or like I believe that like yellow lights and like
The aesthetic.
Yeah, the aesthetic is really important for like how you wanna feel inside of that place. So when we did the shop,
That's very psychological, by the way. Like you're
right.
approaching it like a psychologist.
Yeah, kind of the colors. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the psychologists think about the colors of the
Exactly.
place. Yeah, the light, like even the way you set up the
the interior
chairs
design.
so I was thinking a lot about that and like looking on Pinterest, on internet, you know, like other shops and ideas, and so we create like I like industrial kind of looking stuff.
Okay.
So we build our own lamps and we did everything though, trying to make it and look how we want it to be, you know. And people like it though. Like people say, a lot of people say that they like the way it looks, and the second, I feel like the second part of it is the way you welcome people, the way you do like customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like in Miami we still need more customer service though.
I mean, I agree with you 100% on
Yeah,
that.
man. I feel like sometimes people don't care about saying good morning, how can I help you, or smiling,
Yeah.
making you feel welcome, you know, like we want you to be part of this. And what I'm doing is a service, you know, I'm serving people with tattooing because they are looking for me because they want to get something that is going to be permanent, and for obvious reasons it's important, you know, it's not getting shoes or it's not buying a t-shirt, you know.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it's a different service altogether.
For me it's like it's a big thing, you know, like getting a tattoo is a big responsibility, or doing it
So doing the tattoo is a big responsibility from your perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I would agree with you.
So what I want to try is to make people like confident enough, you know, and trust me enough to get it with us, you know, with me or whoever is in the,
working
on the shop. Yeah.
Oh.
We got really nice reviews. Like from that, I can feel that people really like the experience there, you know.
So you're building an experience.
An experience.
When they're walking in to get a permanent piece of art on their body.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that's the main thing, the experience.
The experience of it. The tattoo world is it's kind of like a new industry, because before it was like back alley, era bien calladito, like, you know. Sí. Now it's like main street. So like since it's mainstream and main street,
like TV shows and
like shows and all of that, and all of that has changed the industry. Now people are thinking about it as a legitimate business. We have to know how to approach. Before it wasn't like that. Before it was more like you have to know somebody to get a good tattoo, you know, because nobody was like advertising. Now I think artists are advertising. I'm a good tattoo artist. Like, antes, I think maybe it was like a shame, or maybe it was something like inside of the culture where they wouldn't want to big each other up, or they wouldn't want to get too inflado, like too, you know, like.
I think it's like there is a lot of things around.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is that the industry wasn't big, so at the beginning, like, we were doing our own needles, you know. You have to sit down and build your own set of needles. That was a crazy process. You got burned sometimes, you know. Like, also social media before wasn't.
Didn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't there, you know. Now it's easier. Like, anybody can advertise itself, you know. Like,
or pictures.
Also, I think tattoo artists. A lot of tattoo artists has a lot of ego too, you know. And
ego?
Yeah, bro.
You think it's a lot of ego?
Yeah, bro. A lot of people, a lot, man. I think that's the biggest problem in tattoo industry, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, bro.
The egos.
The egos, man, because a lot of people, like, it's hard to tell who is the best, you know, but everybody wants to be the best, you know, like, oh, I'm the best because I do portraits, or I'm the best because I do, I don't know, tribals, you know, whatever.
So there's a lot of competition.
Yeah, it's a lot of competition, though.
But where does that
So
competition? Where does that come from, though? Like, is it like a competition because they want to build their business?
I don't know. I feel like the tattoo industry is being so hard. Like it's growing like really slow and hard. Like because people don't like that. Used to don't like tattoos. Like people used to put tattoos just related with bad
Gangsters,
people.
yeah.
Gangsters and
People in
killers.
jail.
Jail.
Yeah.
So being a tattoo artist also was kind of like oh
Fringe.
like yeah, bro.
It was very fringe.
People don't like tattoo artists, like where you came from, bro? Like what kind? I remember that I used to have also like I was learning tattooing, so I had tattoos already in my arms. I was looking for a place to live in Colombia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course I was going to talk to
The landlord.
the landlord or whatever was in charge of the apartment, and they always look at me like, okay, and what kind of job you have? That was the first questions were like, what do you do in your life, or what kind of like can you pay for this? Like, and I say tattoo artist. They okay, I need you to show me your bank statements. They never believe though.
They never believe.
Bro. It was hard for me to find a place to live because they tattooing is not an official job, Like
It wasn't back then.
wasn't, yeah. I think it's kind of like
It's still like kind of like on the fringe, you think?
I think
mean,
so.
Miami is very accepting of tattoos.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. South Florida, because over here,
Definitely,
like you're always out and you always are wearing clothes because siempre en color is super hot. So like you have to show off through tattoos, So it's very accepting of it here.
Yeah,
Even in the like the one area where I see tattoos is not accepted is hospitality, because hospitality and tourism is big here. But even in that arena, I see it changing now. Like Virgin is gonna launch a cruise line. And now the people who work on that Virgin cruise line could show their tattoos. Like that's a policy that they just put out, which is huge.
Yeah,
That's a big difference.
So yeah, big
because
change.
that changes a lot of the culture around tattooing, But yeah, like Miami's always been more welcoming to it, but yeah, other parts of the country not necessarily.
And also the fact that there is a lot of famous people with tattoos.
Exactly.
Like
And Miami's known for like the famous party people y toda esa vaina.
DJs or soccer players or basketball
artists,
players,
singers,
rappers.
all of that.
Yeah, they all have tattoos. So now people is like, okay, tattoos are good, Like
Tattoos are
now,
good.
Now it's hard to find people that don't have tattoos.
Yeah.
For me, like, it's harder to
I'm
find.
one of the last ones left.
You are one of them, though, yeah.
Shout out all the non-tattoo people. So far. We'll see how long that lasts. But,
yeah, bro.
So yeah, I mean, it's been changing drastically, but like now it's become more of an industry of a business. How do you approach that business? Is it like, okay, my tattoo artist has to have a certain amount of hours booked, or how does that work now? Like, since now it's becoming a real business, you have to track it like with analytics, like any other business. How's that like those two things clashing?
So I'm lucky because I have my brother and he's he studied business administration.
Okay.
So he's taking care of everything about money.
That side.
Because I'm so bad, bro. I'm so bad with everything that has to be with money, bro.
Yeah.
I hate that, man, because I don't know, I feel like money change people, and it gives you a lot of stress, and I don't like that. I just want to be focused on tattooing and be good on it, and my brother, since the beginning, he was like, okay, I'm gonna be in charge of the shop, I'm gonna control like payments, So it was a relief for me, because I didn't have to think about it or take care of that. And of course I trust my brother,
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect thing. But I feel like if you're gonna like grow in tattooing and make your shop growing, like the first of everything, first of all, I think is just get better at yourself first, like as an artist, like, and the best way to do it is drawing or painting. You know, I think that's the best way to grow in tattooing. Not even tattooing, but drawing or painting, because that gives you like more material, more ideas, or more stuff, you know, to create or to translate people's ideas, you know, to tattoos. So drawing, and I think being flexible with people, because a lot of tattoo artists, they just do whatever, like, let's say tattoo artists that they do traditional style, they always do traditional. They believe that that's the only and unique style in tattooing. The rest is shit, you know. For them, they don't like realistic style, they don't like watercolor, they don't like anything like that, because traditional tattoos are the only ones that stay in the skin all life, you know. I don't think that's true. I respect that, because I know why they are trying to it's also like a respect from history.
Yeah, historical respect for people who did it before.
Exactly, though. Exactly. So I respect that, but I also think that tattooing is growing, developing, and there is
evolving.
lot. Yeah, exactly. So now there is a lot of styles that we can do, and they all can be like well done. You know, they all can stay if they are done in the right way. You know,
maintained right.
Yeah, giving to people the opportunity or the choice of having different styles to pick. You know, like I think that's great, and that's a big part of success on tattooing or in a shop. You know, like that people can find different styles, and that the people can find someone to talk about it, and someone who is listening to them and trying to get in their mind and translate that idea in something real and something that they gonna like. You know, someone that really cares about what they want to get.
What's the percentage of like time that you spend on trying to interpret somebody's design and then like actually putting in the tattoo, like actually going through the process?
It depends. It depends on the person, on the idea, on the size of the tattoo. Sometimes, well, I always work by appointment, so I try to work on my designs a couple days before of the appointment. So I have already something to show them, and they can tell me if they like it or if they want to change something. Or I always try to do it a couple days before to have it ready. But let's say when it's a big tattoo, or it's a cover up, or it's something that people don't know how to express, or they don't have a clear idea, I always do a consultation. So the consultation can be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. It depends on the person. But the consultation helps a lot, because we can talk about everything that is around their idea, the size, the placement. If they don't have something clear, I can help them with, I don't know, like to build that idea, or, you know, with. So yeah, it depends. It could be 5 minutes talking, you know, like just, okay, want this, and it's easy, and I do it. Or it could take days of, okay, I show them this design, and they were like, oh no, I don't like that. I like more this way, you know, like I want these details. So I have to change it and show them again. And so it could take days, it could take minutes, you know, like it depends on always on the person, on the idea.
Do you feel that every person that you tattoo becomes kind of like your friend?
Not all of them, though. Honestly, no, because of course there is people that you don't really connect with. You know, sometimes it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Just simply like sometimes they just get there and they get the tattoo and they don't talk. They just wanna get it and leave. I'm not a good talker either, though.
I'm not a good talker. You talked to me this whole time.
Yeah, because I feel like I have to, you know. But when I'm tattooing, bro, I'm just focused on tattooing. You know, I'm just sometimes, of course, I talk and I ask them, "How are you?" You know, like but it's not like I'm talking all the time. And some people like talking a lot, so I listen to them and try to,
try to focus.
But I'm always tattooing though. That's what they pay me for. You know, So I just want to do my job. But some people, they. Some people you just get really close to them though, because I have a customer that I started tattooing here probably 4 years ago, and she already has her whole leg done for me. And I have a couple some customers like that. They have their whole back or whole sleeves or even more than that from me, and they always come back. And of course they start just being friends, and they start talking with me about their lives or
like a psychologist.
Yeah. With some of them, sometimes we go out and hang out, but some of them though.
Yeah, small percentage.
Yeah, small percentage. Yeah, friends probably. Yeah, just a couple. The rest just go and they have a good time and they leave.
That's what's up, man. That's what it's all about, though.
Yeah.
Creating a good experience where they feel like they're part of the Rosa Negra family, and they come through and they
exactly.
And they
that's what I want, though. That's what I want. I want people feel just welcome. Like we are not so closed about ideas or
close-minded.
Close-minded, about ideas. We want to be open for people for any idea. And of course, if sometimes people ask me for specific styles that nobody does in the shop, so we just let them know that we can do it. Mm-hmm. But we show them what we can do, and if they want it, we can just translate that idea into another. It will be the same idea, but just different style. Some people like it, and some people didn't even know about that, and
they didn't know that was a possibility.
Yeah, so they like the idea of doing something different, and so I like that. I like that we at the shop are showing different options for people in Miami. Not even in Miami, because we have customers from different places.
Yeah, because Miami is a very international city, so you don't have to be from Miami.
That's great, man.
You just fly in for the weekend, get something done. Worked on.
Some people come here for vacations and they find us and they call us, hey, I want to get a tattoo before I leave. And they go 1 or 2 days before they leave and get the tattoo.
Like a souvenir.
Yeah, like a souvenir. Yeah, bro. Yeah, actually, people get palm trees or 305 stuff.
Yeah, 305.
Yeah.
That's what's up, yo? You gotta tattoo those people with that 305. So, if people want to reach out to you, try to see about getting a tattoo from you guys and all of that, how can they reach out to you? How do you get in contact with you?
Email is the best way, I think. Because,
what's your email?
Rosa Negra Tattooz with the S at the end, at gmail.com.
Rosa Negra Tattooz at gmail.com. All right.
Or Instagram, my Instagram, Tatuando. Or Rosa Negra Tattoo. But that's the best way, just DM us or send us an email. My brother is always there. He's always watching.
Taking care of the business.
Bro. He replies always quick. And
you got lucky, man.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing.
Honestly, yeah.
That's where the two worlds collide. Tu sabes, tattoo artists are artists. And it's always been hard for artists to do business.
Yeah, man.
So when a tattoo artist becomes a tattoo shop, now it's a business. So you have to treat it differently from what you've treated your art.
Bro, and I always fight against that, bro. Because I never liked it to what I was doing to become a business, you know? I didn't want that.
But you've made your own kind of version of it.
Yeah, exactly, though.
That's the thing,
Yeah, that's what I always wanted, though. Of course I want to grow. I want to have my business. Yeah. I want to have my shop, and I want my shop growing too, but I don't want to be an asshole, taking care of just more money,
business all
the time. And so I like that balance that I can do what I want and keep doing it the way I want it. And I have someone that I can trust, and he's taking care of the rest of the part, and the rest of the things that I don't I don't want to deal with, you know? Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Andres, for swinging through, talking to us about the tattoo world, how people are growing this industry. Thank you for introducing us to your shop, Rosa Negra in Allapattah. You already know you're going to get a tattoo. If I ever get a tattoo, I'll reach out to you. You know
Anytime, bro. Thank you for inviting me, bro. It was really nice.
Man, thank you, man. Here. You're a really good artist.
Yeah.
Even though you started off, like everybody else, it's a good way to show like how to get to a mountaintop, and that particular industry, in the tattoo industry. Hasta la próxima. You guys already know where it's at. Que Hola Podcast. If you like it, share it with your friends. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. We just share this motherfucker, all right? Peace. All right. You heard it there. Thank you so much, Andres, for talking to us and letting us know what's popping off in your world and how you getting it cracking, lacking. Everybody want to get a tattoo, you know where to go. If anybody is coming here and wants a souvenir tattoo, you especially know where to go. I like that whole souvenir tattoo thing. That's like, man, I don't know. I think I need commission off of that, Andres. What you say? Anyways, until the next one, I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for the love and thank you for the support. I hope that you guys are enjoying the podcast. All right. Any suggestions or anything, holler at your boy. You just DM me and it's all good. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.